our Lieutenant Governor, our state legislature, and Washington to answer God's call.
Yes, sir.
We support the reforming, retooling, and expansion of Medicaid, and we support Governor Haslam working with the federal government to come to an agreement that will allow Tennessee to accept the funding as part of the Tennessee plan, provide insurance to hundreds of thousands,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
create thousands of new
Yes,
jobs,
sir.
and protect our rural hospitals.
50 years ago yesterday, men and women gathered together in Washington, D.C. To ask their elected leaders, not as politicians, but as men and women of faith, how they could turn a blind eye to the injustice experienced at that time. Today, we are gathered here in Nashville, in Memphis, in Knoxville, Chattanooga, and in Jackson to ask our governor and all the elected leaders to answer the following question, not as politicians, but as men and women of faith. How can you turn a blind eye to suffering when you have the power to help and to heal?
If the legislators will do as the clergy have done and pledged today, support for the governor and his plan, then we will have the necessary funds to provide health care for up to 175,000 Tennesseans and to create thousands of jobs. We should do more than just look to heaven for a miracle, but instead open our hearts to use the resources that God has already provided for us.
Doing nothing is not an option. Doing nothing is not only missing an opportunity to do justice, but it is going to be standing by as an injustice and as suffering takes place. And so as followers of Jesus, we are not able to remain silent at this critical moment.
It's not all about politics, but it's about the people that we serve. And we're saying providing health care saves people's lives, which is what our faith communities and traditions are all about. It is time that legislators realize that what we already know, that this is a moral issue and not a political one.
We understand and learn that the governor actually responds to the clergy. That there's something in him that registers with Scripture. And I remember one man who said, sometimes we have to speak to the heart or speak to the God in people. So really, I want to come in an attempt to speak to the God in Governor Haslam.